Yeah, uh, I have not been doing it lately, but I'm pretty confident that I can do that. Like setting up IIS or any other application on the Windows machine from scratch. Since I've done it earlier, but I've not been doing that lately because of my project commitments and the project specific tools that is being used in the project. But yeah, I'm pretty confident in picking that up in no time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying you haven't been really working with it lately. So how long ago was it that you actually were working with Windows?
I was working on Windows in my previous engagement. So if I just talk about my previous engagement, I got opportunity to actually work with the work with the Windows servers in Icon Networks. That was like back in 2018-19 that I got opportunity to work on Windows and as well as Linux platforms.
Okay. So I also saw that you have experience with AIMs in AWS, and saw that you worked in a place that was
cryptograph technologies.
One of your first roles there. So I have a question. We use AWS AIM, and we use them for a lot of service keys, service accounts that have the keys, and we also use SES. I don't know if you have any experience with SES for mail, for outbound mail. So we use a lot of SES as well, and we generate the keys for that as well to be able to send out the mail through the applications. So can you tell me, and one other thing that we forgot to mention, the organization gets audited every year. We receive what's called the Media Rating Council accreditation, which is MRC for short.
Mm-hmm.
And so we go through pretty intensive audit, which they audit our survey capabilities. So the back, how do we survey, what's the methodology and all that. But they also look at and certify our technology stack and how all of that is done. So we're very audit-minded. Everything needs to be thought about for the audit when you're doing things. So obviously for AWS IAM, we have to rotate the keys every 90 days. Have you had any experience with doing that?
Yeah, I do have experience in SCS and SNS both. Come the first part of the question. Yeah, I have set up a solution like that it works seamlessly. So what you need to do is you can simply just go ahead and set it up when the IMS list access key policy is basically and you can simply set that to active and that will rotate the policy.
Can you explain to me how you would actually set up a rotation policy?
Yeah.
This would be for all the AIM accounts, to rotate the keys.
Yeah, definitely. So all you need to do is there are assumed roles that you need to create, like for key if key rotation. So some of assumed roles could be like that. I'm IAM underscore key underscore auto rotation underscore IAM assumed roles. So you need to create an AML file for that, and also there will be for deployment. And all you would need to do you create a template YAML file. You can pick it up. These other template YAML files. So you will need to just categorize it based on your requirements. Another template will important auto rotation with notifier solution like .aml, and also for listing accounts as well as VPC endpoints. So there are different requirements for this. So you can use these templates and we basically use these for our specific requirements. Once we are done like with the creation of the solution.aml or updation for the solution.aml. You just need to go on CloudFormation console, and you can simply use that template for each account where we create where we actually want to rotate the keys. So if you have more than one account, and just simply verify or specify the values for the parameter, like IAM role name, execution role name, or primary account ID. IAM exemption group, in case we have to like exclude certain automation key rotations on certain IAM accounts, and you can simply launch the CloudFormation template for from the account inventory after specifying these all requirements.
Okay. So that sounds very, very interesting, using CloudFormation for rotating the keys. What is the benefit for using the CloudFormation model as opposed to, say, using a Lambda?
So, this is how we have been using. So I would not say there is that's the best use case, or I would say this is better over Lambda basic execution channel. But it's just a matter of fact that we have been using in our system, and we are continuing to use it. But for Lambda specific requirements as well, I do know how that works. I mean, there is only one small change in that. So you would probably need to use important auto rotation list account role like .aml file, and just create a template in our deployment account, and you simply define the parameters assume role. And for Lambda creation execution, there is execution role name for account Lambda specifies that you need to specify notifier function that will assume, and then IAM execution role name for rotating rotation of Lambda rotation execution role. That name will function will be assumed in the primary AWS account ID. That's the only difference, as far as I can say.
Okay. Yeah. So you said you've got experience. It sounds like you've done it predominantly through using CloudFormations. So when you've done the AAM key rotations, have you experienced any gotchas, any issues with it?
So the issues, we do come across certain issues with respect to account as well. But that is majorly because of the role not being assumed properly, or this configuration not being correctly, or probably the account ID is not correct. So that's related to that only.
Okay.
But if in case you find any other error in CloudFormations, the AST will probably troubleshoot with respect to that only. But that will be very subjective.
Okay. All right. Sure, I've got what I need. Bob, did you have any more questions for Aditya?
No, I think that pretty much covered it, except for the hours of the position.
Yeah,
because most of our group, I think we have 50 strong developers based in India. So the time difference is sometimes a factor. This is not a 9 to 5 type position. It's basically 9 to 5, and then whenever else you're needed. So losing an hour over the weekend is not ideal.
I'm up for that, anyways. I am not a weekend kind of guy. I don't really go out and do something.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you're aware of that, so that once you clock out, you're still on. Yeah, we're all still on call actually,
Right.
all the time, especially if there's some sort of a major thing going on.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I also understand that, like with DevOps roles, these things come on hand, because one issue or one incident can come and after office hour as well. And I do work on these kind of things in my current engagement as well. So
Usually after office hours,
Yeah.
actually. That's whenever it's most inconvenient, that's when a problem will occur.
Well, but did you have any questions for me or Bob?
So, like in the first 90 days, what would be my like biggest task? Like this is it. Like you should be solving.
Your first 90 days.
Yeah.
So one of the tasks I know that they're looking for this role to really work on is to stabilize and make the AWS environment stronger, more stable.
Mm-hmm.
This involved working with the team with Active Directory. We're
Mm-hmm.
using Azure Active Directory plus we're also using a on-site AD within AWS.
Mm-hmm.
There's a connector between the two. That will be one of the biggest goals, is to actually help stabilize it and secure it. That's another thing that we're looking for as well, is that the environment needs to be far more secure. Like I was telling you before, that we're involved with audits every year. This will become a pretty important task, making sure that we have everything buttoned up. And this would not just be in AWS. You would actually probably get this task as well in Azure as well, because both environments are audited. So that would probably be your biggest role. Whoever has got this position will be looking to is looking to actually stand up, stabilize, and secure the cloud environments.
Yeah.
And we are in the middle of an audit right now.
Yes, we are. Yeah. I have a call right after this on it, actually. So yes, and the audit, just a little throwback into telling you about the audit. The audit requires a lot of documentation. So everything in this position is going to be documented. I saw in your resume that you actually did a lot of wiki documentation for your CI/CDs, and specifically I think it was for the Kubernetes, which is good. That's something. The more you can document, the more you can show and prove, the happier the auditors are. So that's something that is very large, very important in this particular role. Was there any other questions you had?
So, yeah, I'm good for now. Yeah.
You're good? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Aditya, thank you very much. Appreciate your time and actually coming in here, and have a great day.
Yeah. And I think that, from whatever you've said, everything actually perfects my profile. Like perfectly matches my profile. And I can pretty much handle everything you guys are doing. So.
Okay, terrific.
Yeah. And
that's what we like to hear.
Yes, exactly.
And
terrific.
And what are the next steps now for now?
So we will be going back to the hiring manager. Neither Bob or I are the hiring managers.
Mm-hmm.
You would probably hear from HR
mm-hmm.
for the next step.
Mm-hmm.
You more likely would have to interview with at least one more person.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not. It's probably Sunita.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, but that's probably who it will be.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And but I imagine you'll probably hear between either by the end of the day today or tomorrow from HR.
Yeah.
About the next steps.
Yeah, that's great.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Dina.
Yeah.